Hi guys, my name's David. This is my very first YouTube video on the progress of the work I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm building a whole new shop here in Nashville, Indiana for model trains. This is my first endeavor to do anything on this scale. I've been a train guy for a long time, but this is my first shop which will deal with model trains. So I wanted to do the first video, give a kind of a progress report. I gotta say, I've learned a whole lot from watching other guys' videos. So thanks to all you guys that post videos out there about bench work and scenery and trains and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do my own. I'm in beautiful Nashville, Indiana. My shop is going to be aimed at families and kids. It's going to be an interactive train shop. And what I mean by that is I'm going to have 3 train layouts running on this these layouts here. And I'm going to let the kids actually operate the trains. It'll be something like $5 for 5 minutes. And the kids can come right over here. The controls are going to be right here. Each kid, or it doesn't have to be a kid, each family member can sit here. The controls will be here, and they can actually operate the trains themselves. The train shop's not going to be geared at the more high-end collector. Again, it's going to be towards family. I want to introduce families and kids to the fun, the joys of model railroads. Like I was introduced to them when I was about 2 years old. Kept getting more train layouts as I got older. And now I want to do the same thing. I want to introduce the trains to kids who maybe have never been up close and personal. So they are going to be able to get up close and personal. My main retailer is going to be Bachmann. And I made my initial order. $5,000 worth of wholesale trains is on the way, should be here this week. Once the trains get here, I can really get busy. Of course, mainly I'll be selling the Bachmanns. These racks over here from good old Home Depot, they're all ready to accept the Bachmann trains. I'm gonna have some other secondary vendors as well. I'm gonna sell little wooden trains for younger kids and some other everything train related. But again, my main vendor will be Bachmann. And I'll probably use about $1,000 worth of what I get in to actually build the layouts. My bench work, as you can see, is a donut, which means to get into the middle here, I'm going to crawl right through here, get down there, and then come back up again. I'm kind of old, but it'll keep me in shape. Let me see, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, there's going to be 3 loops running around here, 3 separate loops. I'm going to come over here, get my diagram. You probably won't be able to make much sense out of this. I can't find the diagram. Anyway, there's going to be 3 loops here. They're going to, of course, go under, over, up and down through each other, interacting or inter something. They're going to be through tunnels, bridges. And again, each kid, when they come in, they'll be able to choose which layout they want, 3 different choices, and then they get to sit here and run the trains. And as I said, the trains are in transit. Once they get here this week, then I can really start putting down the layouts. You know, I've got the foam here to this level. The bench work, because lumber building prices are so incredibly ridiculous right now, as you all know. The wood I use, the plywood, I think is 1/2-inch plywood. The legs I did 1x4, not the top grade 1x4. I had to go through the stack, of course, and get as straight as I could, which I did. You can go through the stacks and find nice straight pieces. The struts underneath are 1x3 for the most part. And again, you have to go through there and get nice straight ones, which you can do. There's not gonna be a whole lot of elevation rise on the trains, which means there's not gonna be a lot of heavy struts and woodwork above this level, which means I think the 1x3s underneath will be more than enough to support this. This is very strong. I'm a one-man shop, so I'm doing everything myself. These are the backgrounds. This is just masonite hardboard, cut and painted. I'll do more painting as the layout progresses. I don't own the building itself. It's a brand new renovated building. Nothing at all touches the walls. Nothing's attached to the walls of the floor. The only exception I made was right here, because there's actually a door behind here, and for security reasons I needed to cover up this door. So this is a piece of heavier plywood here, and it is actually screwed into the door. And if the day ever comes when I leave this place, or they drag me out of here, or they carry me out of here, I'll just repair the little screw marks that go around that door. No big deal. But again, the rest of it is not attached to anything on the walls. I made the desk myself as well. Again, one-man shop. I just repurposed an old workbench I had at home, repurposed it into this bench here, or the desk rather. It needs a little bit more polyurethane on the top. That'll be ready to go. There'll be a fascia around the outside here, so it'll cover up all the form work. The one thing I'm still working on is, because I'm going to let kids get up close and personal with the trains. It's how to avoid little hands from touching things. I'm still kind of working on that. But once I was thinking about maybe putting like a banister or stairway banister a little farther out here, a few inches, and tell the kids when they come in to put their hands on the banister, so they're not, that hopefully it'll keep them from touching the trains. But they're going to touch, so I'll deal with that as it happens. Again, there's going to be 3 loops. One of the inner loop is actually going to do a figure 8 up and over, bridges right in the middle there. So that's going to be a figure 8. So when I go under, and again, this is another way for me to get it right down here. I just have to be careful not to, knock into that figure 8 that'll be right there. This little area over here is actually going to be a carnival area. I'm ordering little tilt-a-whirls and merry-go-rounds and all that kind of stuff. So this whole area here will be a little carnival. What I want to do is just make this for kids so fascinating and creative and mesmerizing that they just really get worked. How am I trying to say this? Get into the fascination and the otherworldliness, I guess, of miniatures, like I did when I was a kid, and kind of get lost in the whole fun of miniatures, things moving, lights lighting up, merry-go-round spinning around. I'm going to have maybe a hot air balloon dropping down from the ceiling. I'm going to try to hang some kind of clouds from the ceiling. So anyway, I guess I want them to enter a fantasy world when they come in here. And excuse me, it's very cold outside. So again, there'll be a 3-part shop on how to make money. The first will be, as I said, $5 for 5 or 10 minutes to run the trains. Again, I'm going to actually retail Bachmann here. The third thing is I'm actually going to build small train layouts in this area, like 4x4, 4x6 plywood, with just the trains and the track and the plywood, and then families can buy them, take them home, and the families and the kids can finish them up and have family activities. So that'll be part 3. Also, just so you, these are the signs I made for the outside. I did it all myself. I make the signs. The actual black train, that's a laser cut piece I bought from a guy off of Etsy. They're really, really nice. I really like them. I raised them off the back by about 1/4 of an inch just to give it a little bit more depth, but I painted the signs, made all those myself. I do it all. Again, so that's kind of the update. And again, I thank all the other YouTubers out there who post how-tos for HO trains or any kind of trains that I learned so much from. I thought this all might be interesting to you guys, because again, I'm putting an entire shop together. So this is just not for my personal fun, although it will be personally fun. I tell people it's going to be my hobby and my business. But, I'm putting an entire retail thing together here in beautiful Nashville, Indiana. If you guys could subscribe to my channel, this is number 1. as much as I can get the word out there and get people watching these, the more it's good for me, the more it's fun for everybody, I think. So anyway, that'll wrap it up for today. Once the trains get here, like I said, this week, hopefully, knock on wood, then I can really get busy, and then I'll have more fun videos to download so you guys can all watch. And I like I said, I love your guys' videos. I subscribe to a lot of you guys too. So thanks to all you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.